Come to.
Make your sex noise. Make it sound you make when you have sex. Make it real though. Don't be fucking fake. How else did you expect to get your lunch money? Jesse Ramirez with the pickles. Jesse, what's up, bro? Philly Fairy, Chucho, Matt the Mac. Hey, it's Jeffy. Sometimes people have been writing my wife about Jeffy. So some of the people that listen to the show talk to her a little bit, and they're like, what do you think of Jeffy? And I had to tell her, I told him about Jeffy. And she's like, you need to leave me the fuck alone. She doesn't like being scared.
Oh, Jeffy.
Hi, it's me, Jeffy, and I'm going to drink your semen.
Well.
You good?
Stupid.
Huh?
Just my phone's being dumb.
Get rid of it. Get an Android. Get a real phone.
No, hell no. I'm good.
Hell no.
There it goes.
No. Finally on another lie. Sarah Lydia. Yay. I saw a woman on TikTok queefing this week, and I turned it off.
You turned it off?
I turned TikTok off because she was queefing. Thought it was fucking disgusting. She was going... She'd suck it in and fucking blow it out.
Hell yeah, good for her, man.
I said, I gotta go. I gotta get the fuck out of here.
And this is my cue to exit.
I gotta get the fuck out of here, bro. I was listening to... we referred a friend to listen to a certain episode the other day. It was the Children Who Talk to the Dead episode.
Mm-hmm.
There was like theatrics in the beginning. There was, I used one of the little girls that live here in the house.
Yeah.
I used her voice with some creepy, like, recess music in the background.
Right.
And I just said, man, we used to have some real production value to this thing. It's a big old steaming pile of shit now.
I know. We actually cared sometime.
Back when we did the Cat Ranch commercial.
Oh, yeah.
That was stupid, but people just loved it.
Yeah.
We don't do that stuff anymore.
No, we got to do more shit like that.
We're so creative when it comes to doing dumb stuff.
Yeah.
We're not good when it comes to doing quality content, but when it comes to doing ignorant shit, we both excel.
Yeah. That's the only time I ever get any like good ideas.
We nearly wrote an entire song about putting fecal matter in a bag.
I know.
That's
still on the back burner.
It's still 80% of the way there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty catchy too.
But I'm the only person in the neighborhood who hasn't mowed my lawn.
Same.
It's all about prioritizing.
Yeah.
And being the man that you want to be.
I'm fucking busy every single day, and I hate it.
And I never asked God to be a grass mower. I'm an ass mower, if you know what I mean.
Hey. Giggity.
Hey, welcome everybody to the... I'd rather watch Simple Life, but they took it off Tubi.
Dude, that show's funny as fuck, man.
Is that the one with the Paris Hilton?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Nicole Richie. Yeah, that shit's good.
No, it wasn't.
It was funny. They play those characters and they just ham them up, and that's why it's funny.
They were useless. Have you watched the new one on Netflix? God, did you watch Love Is Blind?
Yeah.
Have you watched the new one where they swap mates to see if they break up and they live with somebody else?
No, I don't. No,
it's new. It's like Love Is. There's a really obnoxious blonde girl.
Oh yeah. I've seen that weird looking bitch.
Yeah, she looks like Owen Wilson.
She's a super huge chin.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I seen her because everybody said that like her and like Jessica and then the one girl was like literally the exact same people. Like,
yeah, it's good stuff. Chris Cush says I look like Abdullah the Butcher because I got these fucking frown lines because my entire life I've been too poor for glasses, so I've always squinted.
So you just squint.
And then there's like the stretch of about 4 weeks when I worked at the prison where I just worked infinite overtime. I didn't get to go home for 4 weeks.
Yeah.
And at the end of the 4 weeks, this was just here, and it's never gone away. And my mom said she loves me regardless of what I look like, and my wife still lets me eat her out.
Mine do the same thing, though.
Still
'Cause I don't ever use sunglasses, so I'm always squinting outside.
I still get mad puss. So it doesn't even matter.
Beard's always smelling of puss.
Sarah wants a whole yeah.
Fuck.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, fucking shit. Oh.
How many times have you had to apologize for pooping during sex? It's been a lot for me.
4.
For the whore. This is for the whore. All right. Let's record it. You want to?
Why not?
What was that?
I have this
I
one,
fucking knew.
the closest one to me.
Oh, redemption. Interesting.
Yeah.
You're going to die. Oh, Jeffy likes apples. Jeffy likes anything that'll like him back. If you've ever shit in a Pringles can, took it to work for lunch, you come to the right podcast. I'm one half of the Ohio podcast. I'm the delicious Nicolicious. Welcome to the Cream Spot, everybody.
Rob Dog, everybody. Hey, how's everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing fantastic.
Thanks for tuning in. It's been a great show. We'll see you guys next time.
Thank you, guys. Love you. What if we did just do that? That'd be great.
Someone wrote us this week and said, I'm starting a podcast. I need some advice. Then I said, I ain't got it, son.
You're asking the wrong person.
I ain't got it. No, people hit us up all the time for
Yeah, that's
podcast advice. We host with Spreaker. We use a Roadcaster. I think it's a Roadcaster.
yeah.
You can make payments on it on Zounds. They do a little no credit payment thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's good for anyone starting out or trying to stream.
4 input.
Yeah, four inputs. Got USB, Bluetooth.
Mm-hmm.
We use Reaper for our recording software. It's free. You just got to keep on declining to pay for it. There's a bit of a learning curve with Reaper. Luckily, I had Rob Dog here with me.
Yeah.
But for someone starting out, I would recommend Audacity. Rob uses an SM7B, which is an expensive microphone. He's had that. And then I use an RE20, but I've bounced around. I've used a lot of different microphones. You can get a really good... I started off using an SM57, which you can find them used for like $60.
Yeah. Same capsule as the one I have. But
Indestructible.
oh, yeah, yeah.
But you put
Industry standard.
You put a windscreen on a Shure SM57, you can get a really good sound comparable to us.
Yeah. Brand new, they're only $100.
Just throw some EQ on it.
Yep.
If you don't know how to do that, then just get the fuck out of here.
That's where all the magic happens.
Oh, the magic is
All
happening.
and all the effects.
I'll tell you about the magic. It's with our new Patreon subscribers.
Oh, my God. Thank you. Fuck.
You like it when Grandpa shits in his diaper? Little Rachery. Thanks, Little Ratchery, Little Ratchet, Reacheroo.
Reach
I
around.
used to get those all the time in print. Little Reacheroo.
Little reach around.
It's a cute way of asking for a hand job, Rob.
It works.
Give me a little Reacheroo.
So next we got Trisha Canella. That's it. Like Canelo the boxer.
Like Canella.
Canella.
Cantaloupe.
Got them canellas.
Did you know I'm allergic to cantaloupe?
Are you really?
I will pass away if you give me cantaloupe.
God,
There
your
was
body sucks.
Always that fat kid in school who's like, I can't eat peanut butter.
Dude, I love cantaloupe. So can you not eat honeydew either?
And you always walk by and like, you fucking white peanut butter on his milk carton or whatever, try to kill his ass. I killed 2 kids doing that. I got 2 bodies in my jacket.
I mean,
But yeah, I'm allergic to cantaloupe. Honeydew fucks me up too.
I
They
figured.
make my throat swell up and swell shut. Usually I stick my finger in there and hold it open until the doctors get here or whatever.
It's weird.
But then we go to these nice parties, and then some fucking lazy bitch will be like, I made a fruit salad. No, you didn't. You bought that shit from Walmart.
Yep.
You lazy ass bastard. But it's got cantaloupe in it, so I just try and sneak a little piece of watermelon. If that cantaloupe juice is on it, I'm a goner.
Really?
Might as well fucking put me face down over by the garbage cans.
Dude, I fuck with cantaloupe so hard. It's
Get
so
outta
good.
here. You ever put mustard on it?
No.
Me neither. That'd be gross.
No, it's
try it.
I love cantaloupe. It's so good.
I don't like it. Sebastian's right nut, not Sebastian's left nut. Because I tell you what, if Sebastian's left nut would have signed up for the show, I would have fucking deleted everything. I would have scrubbed us from the internet. But
that's where we draw the line.
But the fact that it's Sebastian's right nut, I'm comfortable continuing what we've built.
And next we got Michelle Roberts. Thank you very much, Michelle.
Thanks, Shelly. My daughter, the other day, I picked her up, and I was like, how's school, sweetie, the 10-year-old?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, 9. She'll be 10 next month.
It's all the same.
And she's like, fine. I said, I always ask them, who'd you play with at lunch? I always ask that question because if they're like, I didn't play with anybody, then I start asking more questions like, what happened? What's going on? But it's a really nice way to ask your kids if they're making friends and having a good time at school. So I'll be like, who'd you play with at lunch? And she's like, I play with Sharon. And I'm like, Sharon? Who the fuck names a kid Sharon in 2022? I said,
she has like a bowl cut. And
I said, is Sharon the playground teacher? She said, no, Sharon's my friend. We call her Ed Sheeran. Ed Sheeran.
She probably eats roly-polies and stuff.
Ed Sheeran.
Picks up rocks and just eats the bugs.
So they call it, her name's Sharon, but their nickname for her is Ed Sheeran.
That's funny.
She said, Ed Sheeran. It's for Sharon. Sharon, Ed Sheeran.
All right.
Nicola Van Jiggly. Oh my God. We've got a pornography star that signed up for the Patreon.
Get it, girl.
She's not going to live very long. The gonorrhea worms. That's fake. I made that.
I was going to say, what?
What if gonorrhea was worms?
Like worms come out of your like pee hole?
Sour gummy worms.
Oh.
I would accept.
That might be interesting.
I would accept my wife if she dispensed sour gummy worms.
Yeah.
I'd be squeezing her ass all the time. Like, give me a handful of them motherfuckers.
How does that work if the sour worms are longer than your dick?
Doesn't take much, bro. We'll get there. We'll get where we're going. You get in the car. You get where you're going.
And we got Mr. Rocksteady.
That hard dick syndrome. Yeah, Mr. Rocksteady.
Thank you.
And we got paranormal campfire. In parentheses, Taylor. That sounds
Taylor
like
from.
That sounds like a podcast, maybe, or some type of channel of some sort. So go check out Paranormal Campfire. If it's nothing, sorry, I sent you guys in the wrong direction.
Yeah, it's a cool name regardless. And last but definitely least, we got Alessandro Lucci. I guess that's probably close. Thank you.
I loved him in the Mario games. If you get my drift.
And you're definitely not least. Thank you very much, Alessandro.
Florida woman accused of using cat to attack girlfriend.
Is that a analogy?
If I had
metaphor,
fucking dollar for every time this has gone down at my house, I wouldn't have any money. Tampa, Florida. A Florida woman was arrested for domestic battery after she allegedly scratched her girlfriend in the face with the couple's cat, according to an I'm fixing to beat your ass with his pussy. It means something completely different here. Police said things escalated after Susan Freudenthal, 53 years old, and her girlfriend got into an argument at a home in Largo.
Oh.
According to the report, Freudenthal took their cat, held it up to her girlfriend's face, and, quote, swore on the animal's life that she wasn't cheating. So these two, they were lesbianos. They were down there in southern Florida. So not lesbians. They're lesbianos. They were having a little disagreement about infidelity of the 53-year-old.
Okay.
And she said, you don't understand. I'm not fucking cheating on you. And then the other girl's like, you nasty bitch. You cheating on me. I wasn't there, so I'm making this up.
Yeah, I felt like it.
But then the 53-year-old's like, I swear on our cat's life. And it was so stressful.
What if the cat just fucking dies? Like, oh, fuck. I didn't plan on that to happen.
In that instant, from when she was holding the cat up in the air, swearing on the little kitty cat's life, the cat attacked the accuser in the face and fucking tore her face up, put a bunch of lacerations all over her face. I swear on little Nugget's life. Sorry, I guess.
Hear that meow?
I swear to God on our fucking cat's life. Dude, and I've been in this situation before when I know somebody is telling a lie.
Mm-hmm.
I know what the truth is.
Yeah.
I was part of the truth. I knew I was there for the truth. And then I hear him like, I swear to God, on my grandma's life. And it's all just always assume when somebody swears on somebody's life and the life that they're swearing on is closer on the side of death than they are alive. Just know that person is bold-faced lying to your face.
Yeah.
And people that always resort to, I swear to God, I swear on my fucking, they're always lying too.
Yeah, just words, man. They don't mean a fucking thing. You think something's really gonna happen if you lie when you say that? You can say like I fucking swear on my own life, and if you drop dead, I mean that's one thing. But if you don't,
my wife always corners me. She'll stink really bad in the room, and she'll say, "Did you fucking fart?" And I'll say, "No, I didn't fart."
I would never.
And she'll keep staring at me. She's like, "You swear on my life you didn't fart?" And I'll just be like, "I don't swear to shit. I don't swear on anything.
I'll swear to shit."
But then Bruce is laying by our feet.
That's because you touched my drum set.
Yeah. Bruce is lying by our feet, the stinky old bastard, and he fucking farts.
Yeah.
She'll say, "Nick, you're disgusting." And I'll say, "I didn't fart." And then she'll say, "You swear on my life?" And I'll look her dead in the fucking eye. And I'll say, "I swear on your life I didn't fart." And then she knows that it was the dog. It wasn't me. But never have we been in a real argument. Yeah. I've been out for too long. She can't find me or something. And then she'll be like, "Were you at Steak and Shake?" And I'll say, I swear on your life I wasn't," or whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't work in the heat of battle. So you try not to just throw it around.
Yeah.
Be crazy with, I don't want her dying on me and shit.
Hey, yeah, you don't want that.
I don't want God taking that out on us.
Yeah, the key is you gotta make it to where it's not anything too crazy. So it's like, I swear to the greeter at Walmart that I didn't do it,
or I swear on my grandma's life,
and she's already dead.
I swear on my kid's grave, like if their kid's already dead, or they're swearing on their grave. What the fuck does that mean? Pathological liars for 2,000 hours. The animal was in distress and scratched her girlfriend, the affidavit said.
No.
The woman had multiple lacerations on her face, according to the report. Police went to the home and arrested Freudenthal for domestic battery. Oh.
What about the cat, though? Did you arrest the cat?
I think they arrested the cat for domestic cattery. Domestic cattery. Sorry, folks.
Good job. Well played.
Upon taking the defendant into custody, she said that she was the true victim. The affidavit said the defendant was polite and compliant.
Oh.
Freudenthal was released on her own recognizance. Did I say that right?
You did.
Okay.
Pretty cool, yeah.
Online jail records show it was her second arrest for domestic cattery since March 2021.
She throws them fists, bruh.
She throws them fucking furry mittens. Last week's article was about furries.
Yeah.
This week's article was about a lady holding up a cat and using it as a fucking weapon.
Gotta keep it on theme, man.
That's why you don't need them badass cats, dude.
Nah, they're mean.
Fucking mean. You get you a nice ass cat.
Jeffy doesn't have any cats.
Jeffy doesn't have any cats unless you count all the pussy that he gets. If you guys don't know about Jeffy, go to the last episode.
Yeah, do it.
If you and your spouse do 69, send us an email, brohiopodcast@gmail.com. We'd like to read about it on the show.
Oh, yeah, and guess what?
What?
2 weeks from now, we got a live show.
August 23rd in Louisville, Kentucky at the VFW.
Wait, April.
Sorry.
You said August.
August is not the one.
Right date, wrong A.
April 23rd, 2022. It's going to be happening in Louisville, Kentucky. We have a live show.
It's going to be a good time.
We're going to be live with Justin Rimmel from Mysterious Circumstances. Jerry and Tracy Pauly, they're married having consensual sex from Hillbilly Horror Stories. They're all going to be there. You can have your picture taken with us. We'll bring pie if you want us to. I don't know what we have to do to get you there, but we would love to have you there with us.
Yeah, definitely. I'd like to see every single one of you there.
There's going to be a big, giant surprise this show.
Oh.
It's me.
Oh, okay.
I'm the big, giant surprise.
Oh, dang. Okay.
Dang, okay. Fuck this shit. Find somebody else to make podcasts with, you piece of shit.
So we're going to have a big show with that thing back there.
Yeah, no, we'll bring it.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we're definitely bringing
it.
If you're curious to meet the big dick we received in the mail
Wait,
in person.
What's his name?
Girth Brooks.
Girth Brooks, that's right. Yeah.
if you want to have your picture taken,
Come get your picture taken with Girth Brooks.
If you want to get, and the only way you can have your picture taken with us is if you allow Girth Brooks to be in the photo.
Yeah, you gotta lick it.
My butthole, that is.
I didn't say what, so I was leaving
butthole.
it up to just to change it anytime I want.
Tell you what, Rob, we've gone a long time without doing an episode about aliens.
I know, man. It's been a while.
Alien abduction. I feel like it's true crime, conspiracy. True crime, conspiracy. True crime, conspiracy. Poop episode. 911. True crime, conspiracy. Over and over and over. And we haven't done any paranormal episodes in a long time.
Yeah, we're due for that, too.
But I'm just kind of wore out on the paranormal stuff because I think it's all fucking bogus. So if you got a good paranormal tale or topic, a good paranormal topic for us to cover, send us an email, brohiopodcast@gmail.com. Here comes my wife. She's bringing cake to us.
Goodies.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Thank you. Is it okay if I do the rest of the show topless after I eat this cake?
Only if you sit on that.
She wants me to sit on the dick. All right, I'm gonna pause the
Or pause the recording.
and then YouTube.
We'll let the YouTube go.
has to watch us.
They can watch us eat cake.
Eat cake. This is in honor of. This is special cake, Rob. This is not just for nothing.
Hey, cake, it doesn't matter, man.
As you remember, a little over a year ago, Stacy's grandfather passed away.
He did, yeah.
He meant the world to my wife. Raised her from the time she was a young string bean. But today would have been his 99th birthday. And he loved cake, and he loved burgers.
Okay.
So we had burgers for dinner. I
Hell yeah.
grilled up some good-ass burgers. Didn't burn them, cooked them perfectly, charred the cheese on top. I got beef jerky on the Traeger right now, too.
Hell yeah. Well, happy birthday, Papaw.
Happy birthday, Papa. He'd been like, oh, what you doing? He'd see me on the camera talking about it. He'd say, what you doing? Come on now. He got upset. Don't talk about me. I ain't nothing special.
Modest.
Papa would have been 99 today. 1 year away from 100.
It's crazy, man. It's a long-ass life.
I don't want to live that long.
Now I want to be dead at like 40.
Not 40. 40's close, bro.
I know.
We're knocking on the door of 40. Might as well say 37.
36, yeah. 35.
Trying to die on my birthday this year. Like the average of my family is like 60, but my dad's beat that, so maybe I'll go a little bit longer. But I'm the fattest out of all of them, so I probably got the least chance to live.
Doesn't it suck that? I mean, that's how it's got to be.
It's all genetics, dude.
I know.
And you know how the health is of your dad, like your dad?
My dad, no.
You don't? He looks like he's in good shape.
I mean, he looks like he's like 120 pounds. He probably drinks a lot of PBR.
I'm definitely Busch Light.
my mom's side of the family her dad, so my grandpa is I think he's in his 80s, so he's up there.
That's good. And how old's your mom?
Good question.
60-ish.
She's born in 64.
Okay, so she's almost 60.
Yeah.
Last time I saw her, I was like, she doesn't look bad for her age. Looks like she's holding up okay.
Yeah.
Still got a fucking nice sized bottom on her and shit.
Yeah.
Good genetics. I suppose. You know, I'm banned from Facebook again.
Are you really?
You know that post I made in the Facebook group about threatening to burn people's houses down? I said, if you keep on, because people are being really aggressive towards the women, and get these fucking slime balls in the Facebook group. They're being really nasty towards the women, just body shaming shit.
The post you made in the group.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw you say something about that. I haven't seen any of that.
I have. I've been deleting it, though.
Okay, I was going to say, it wasn't me, was it?
No. It was some pretty stupid shit, man. But, yeah, I was trying to be a fucking white knight for all those people.
Mm-hmm.
And I threatened to burn some people's houses down.
Like by name or just in general?
Well, doesn't matter now, does it, Rob? Got a 7-dayer out of that one. So I'm on day 4 of my 7-day Facebook ban.
You ain't missing much, man.
No, well, I can still read.
Okay.
I can still message people. Like today, I'm in this motorcycle group, and this guy was about to buy this radio that I bought, and it's fucking terrible. And I wrote him a private message. I said, "Don't fucking buy it, dude." And I sent him all the transcripts of the emails back and forth of this company. Aquatic AV has just shoved it up my ass over this radio.
Yeah.
Even though I got a fucking warranty.
Yeah, you've been having a hard time with that, man.
I got it all put back. I'm just going to roll with it. So what it does, I turn the motorcycle on, and the Bluetooth connects to my phone instantly. Good. But then as soon as I start the bike, like, turn it on. You know when you turn your key over in your car and just turn on the radio? When I do that, Bluetooth is fine. As soon as I start the motorcycle, it loses connection to my phone, and then the phone acts like it's never recognized that as it's like it's no longer discoverable, the unit, the head unit.
I'm going to interrupt you for a second because Brandy Curtis just came in here with some fire. Y'all should read Cryptid Erotica for an episode.
I've tried to find...
That's fucking good.
I've tried to find Bigfoot Erotica.
Yeah.
But I couldn't find enough to do a full episode. There was one
I gotta
book.
find Cryptid Erotica. That'd be fucking sweet.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. I've thought of the Bigfoot Erotica before.
Yeah, that's great.
Cryptid Erotica.
Your Google search has to be off the fucking chains.
Cryptid cravings.
Your FBI agent's like, oh, God.
He's like, oh, he's going again, guys.
Here he goes.
He's got centaur porn. Get him. The genre is called crypto erotica.
You said you can get on Wattpad and find some WATTPAD. That would be a fun episode.
It would. What? Crypto erotica. What the fuck is this shit? Maybe I'm not looking it up right, but
Is this like modern Tumblr?
the genre is called crypto erotica.
She
Moon.
said, she said she can send us some links. Hell yeah.
Sorry for that. We can't find that page. Yeah, let's fucking send it over.
Yeah, that'd be dope. As long as we get a link to where we're supposed to be looking, we can find some. I'm sure we can find some good stuff on there.
Cryptid erotic. Swamp monster lover. I
think I've been with a couple of them.
What the fuck is this?
Oh, shit.
I don't even know what's going on here.
What
I'd
the
have to-
fuck is that?
I'd
The
have to-
stocks?
Yeah, I think it's stocks. Stonks. I'm going to have to do some searching.
That fucking cake was delightful.
This is from L Cakes or LE Cakes.
Oh, yeah. L. Yeah. Formerly Taste of Elegance.
Dick just ran into me like it fucking pays rent.
Oh, and I'm gonna be in a fucking sugar coma.
I know. After we just ate 16 Rice Krispie treats. All right.
Awesome. She's such an email us some stories. Thank you.
Thank you, Brandy.
Good idea. Thank you so much. That's awesome.
She's been listening for a long time.
Yeah, that's a really fun idea for an episode.
She's the best.
Thank you.
All right, ready?
Nope.
What? You. Welcome back to Bro Ohio Podcast. My wife brought us cake
We had a cake emergency.
in honor of her grandfather's 99th birthday. He's passed away, but today would have been big 99, a big guy up in the sky, Joe Klein.
Happy
Thank you,
birthday,
buddy.
Joe.
Happy birthday,
Grandpa
Papa.
Joe.
He was
Papa Joe.
He was so good to me, man. I fucking knocked his granddaughter up before I met him. And then we drove across country 31 hours to go see him for the first time. I walked through the door not expecting to have my nose. I thought he was going to punch me in the face. But then we opened the door. He's about 4'8", 4 foot, not a big dude at all. Pretty short guy.
Yeah.
This guy gave the biggest hug I've ever had in my
Oh, that's the
entire
best,
life.
man.
He wrapped me up. He was soft like mashed potatoes. He smelled good like bay rum and
Old Spice.
yeah, like a safety razor.
Man,
He smelled.
you can't beat that smell.
No, and he said,
It's comforting.
"Come on in. Want some cookies?" He gave me cookies right away. Hell of a guy, man.
That's awesome.
We miss him, and he's still I talked to him the day when we played the Chiefs, when the Bengals played. He'd say,
Yeah.
Papa, just give me one. If you just get
Aw.
if you just get us to the Super Bowl, that's all I want, buddy. And that's all he gave me.
And look what happened.
I tried to talk him into the Super Bowl. He already gave me a favor after.
Yeah, he's like, I already did what I could.
This episode, we're calling it, oh my God,
What was it?
Project Grudge,
There you
report number 13. This is about the White Sands Proving Grounds, which is a little missile base there in New Mexico. Not Old Mexico.
Nah.
Old Mexico is where all the Trumpers live. New Mexico is here in America. I saw a picture of him today on the golf course. He looks like a fucking lizard, so I think he's definitely going to run again. He's going to fucking bring the lizard people back for... We are fucking doomed in the next election.
I saw that I saw this person post something about a Kid Rock concert, and at the beginning of the concert it's a Donald Trump video where he's like, Thank Kid Rock for keeping rock alive.
What's that guy doing?
He's like he's the best entertainer.
He is the best. Oh man, I can't
It's like a whole 2-minute long video that he cut for Kid Rock for
I can't do politics, bro. They should have made me Supreme Court
politics and
Justice.
Kid Rock, man. You can't go fucking wrong.
Disgusting. So it's the White Sands Missile Range, or the WSMR, no relation to ASMR, which I listen to when I'm trying to fall asleep. Sometimes it's stuff sometimes they sit on soap or sponges. It gets me fucking rocked up, dude.
I really dig. I was really big into the soap cutting videos.
Yeah.
I fucking loved those, or like the kinetic sand.
I like the floam when they run over the.
Oh yeah.
They run over the. They get it all watered up.
Yeah, the kinetic sand's really fun when they chop it up and then or they overflow a cup and they use something to slide it off and it's perfectly.
God, dude. I can watch that stuff all night.
It makes my dick.
But
juice
it's kind of erotic though.
I like it.
For some odd reason, it's a little erotic. You're just it's so satisfying to your genitals.
I think that's why mukbangs became really big. I don't know if you know what that is.
Mukbangs?
Mukbangs, yeah. It's like where on YouTube videos where people just eat an enormous amount of food. So they'll sit in front of a camera and they'll just eat 40 pounds of food.
I've seen that black powerlifting fellow that's just fucking huge, jacked, and he just he's eating burgers the size of his head and steak and ribs. He's tearing it up, man. He's living the good life.
Yeah,
he's gonna die from hard arteries, but
there's that one dude on TikTok. I don't remember who he is. I don't know who he is, but he's a huge white motherfucker. Though, and he's got this big ass beard, and he's eating straight raw meat and raw eggs.
God,
liver
King.
Yeah, liver. There you go.
Liver
There you go.
King.
Yeah.
I'll beat the shit out of him.
Because Joe Rogan was talking about him not too long ago, and he said there's no fucking way that dude's natural. He said, I know what roid body looks like, and that's what it looks.
He said, hey guys, Liver King here. He seems like a really nice guy.
Yeah, he seems super chill.
But I dare him to get in my face. He'll meet the fucking smoke show. I beat the shit out of that dude.
That dude's so big. He's so fucking big.
He'd eat an ostrich off my dead carcass.
It's like one of the only dudes I've ever seen that's sitting down in a chair, and you could see his six-pack while he's sitting down in a chair. How do you not have a fucking gut?
And the food he eats looks so good. He makes peanut butter sandwiches out of bone marrow, not peanut butter.
Yeah. He had. Whenever I seen him, he had 2 big things of bone, eating the marrow out of it. And
WSMR White Sands Missile Range is located in the Tularosa Basin of south central New Mexico. The headquarters area is 20 miles east of Las Cruces, New Mexico. I had to look up how to pronounce that. And 45 miles north of El Paso.
Oh, let me interrupt. Did you see that, speaking of New Mexico, I think this is New Mexico, did you see that Bryan Cranston and Aaron Paul are going to be in the last season?
Reprise the role. I've
Hell
never
yeah.
watched Better Call Saul.
God damn, dude, you have to.
Breaking Bad is my favorite show
Better
ever.
Call Saul is so fucking good. I love
some people
it.
say it's better than Breaking Bad.
It's right there with it.
Wow.
And I feel like it has to have them in it to lead up to it.
Yep. Oh, well, yeah, you're right, dude.
I mean, that's what it is. It's before Breaking Bad, so I mean,
so good.
it ties in. It's gonna be so good.
White Sands Missile Range is a military testing area operated by the United States Army. That's where all the dumb ones go to fight in the military.
Oh, jeez.
They're 10 times the men with it we are.
There's no way I'd sign up for
I
that.
work with a guy that sits across from me. He was in the Marine Corps. He served fucking hard time in Iraq and shit. But all the time I'll be staring at him and he'll stare at me and I'll just say, be all that you can be. And I'll be like, thank you for your service. Army man always accuse him of being in the Army, but he's in the Marine Corps. He gets really upset, man. Be all that you can be.
That's like in their language. That's like calling like a doctor a nurse.
It is. And then he'll just be like, he'll go from really calm to like, I'm gonna fucking kill you. I'm gonna fucking kill you. On Veterans Day, I said, thank you for your service in the Army,
Yeah.
sir. And he's just like, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of my face.
And that's not me. That's not me saying that. It's like comparing doctors and nurses. That's
You're old, dude.
I just want to say that that's the way that Marines see it.
Yeah, it's quite an insult. That's all right. Thank you, everyone, from the military. We love all of our service.
You're all way manlier than we are,
all of our cervix members.
or womanly.
Yeah, the testing grounds there. The range originally established as the White Sands Proving Ground on July 9th of 1945, which makes this site interesting. Is the first atomic bomb, codenamed Trinity, was test detonated at Trinity site near the northern boundary of the range on July 16th, 1945, 7 days after the White Sands Proving Ground was established. They still got the motherfucking gold shovels out there moving dirt, and they're letting atomic bombs off out in the field, bro.
Damn it.
Still got the tape up, wet paint and shit. They're blowing it up.
Fuck it.
And then everyone out there in the hills of New Mexico, they got 4 eyes and shit. They shit their pants, and they all walk around with their dick up in their waistband. And everyone's like, what's wrong with them? And no one seems to know. Well, it's because they're out there testing nuclear warheads in their groundwater. They're all fucked up. They got potato heads and shit. That's what's wrong with people in New Mexico.
You said they got their dicks in their waistband. That's what I do when I want to get rid of a boner.
Toledo credit card, buddy.
Yeah.
I've talked about it a lot on the show. When we drive cross country and we go through New Mexico, bro, it's different out there.
Yeah, man, it doesn't seem like there'd really be much of anything.
It's different. The people are different. It's just different. I don't know how to explain it. You feel like you are in a different world when you drive through New Mexico. Where is it? It's Albuquerque. It's pretty normal for the most part.
Sure, it's a big city.
But when you're in the outer rim, it's like fucking Star Wars. When you're out there in the outer rim and there's like one gas station for 50 miles.
Yeah.
And you walk into the gas station, they're just like this half-dead.
Just making friends with tumbleweed and shit.
Yeah, there's like everyone I went, it looked like a half-dead Native American working the county. They look miserable and sad, and you're just like, I need $40 on 3, please. But there was one night that I was really sick. I had strep throat, and I slept from Dayton until New Mexico.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, but I had strep throat. I was sick. I was
Yeah.
chugging NyQuil. And when I finally woke up, we were in the outskirts of wherever in New Mexico, and she woke me up. She's like, "You have to drive. You have to help."
Dude,
me."
that's a fucking drive.
Yeah, it was awful.
That's a
I
drive.
had kids in the car too.
Yeah, that's miserable.
But we went in this gas station and they were playing Deftones,
Hell yeah.
but it was like tube.
It looks like it's frozen.
All right,
We both have dumbass faces.
did it come back?
It just came back, yeah. Sorry, guys.
Sorry, a little messed up on YouTube there.
A little bit.
But I said, "Hey, cool, you're listening to Deftones," and she stared right through me like I had a dick on my forehead. She had no interest in talking to me whatsoever. And then coming back, we stopped at a McDonald's up in kind of like up next to a mountain somewhere.
Okay.
And it was the weirdest. There was this dude refilling the ice in the soda machine, and he had a hunchback and he was dragging his foot. And I was like, "Hey man, how you doing? You're doing it, thanks, whatever. Thanks for refilling the ice machine." And he snarled at me like a beast. He growled at me. So I said, "Well, fuck you then, man. Whatever you are."
Yeah.
I was gonna beat the shit out of him, but I was scared for my life. The whole entire state of New Mexico is just out of control. I don't know.
Some hills have eyes shit.
It's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
And everyone says, "Oh, what's wrong with it?" Well, they're lighting fucking atomic bombs out in the field out there.
Yeah, there's always those old school movies like that, like Hills Have Eyes, where like they go to the one gas station they can find along a long fucking desert road, and then that one person gives them some ominous warning, like, "You don't need to be going any farther out there."
Everybody that goes in the direction that you're going doesn't ever come back.
Yeah.
Did they suck the slobber back up in their mouth?
Yeah. I bet there is some shit. There is some shit out there like that.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, no doubt.
Something that was out there was Daniel Fry. We got what we're doing here, this White Sands Proving Ground has been a mecca of strange UFO abductions and alien encounters. 3 specific stories really rattle you to the bones. The second story is pretty good. The third one is my favorite.
Hell yeah.
The first one, a lot of people say is hokey, is probably fake. I mean, the guy that it happened to, he's real.
Sure.
He went on his little book tour and shit, but he's definitely real, and it is up to you to decide whether this story is true or not. But stories 2 and 3, ooh, no. Daniel Fry was involved in rocket research at Holloman Air Force Base in New Mexico in the 1940s. This was at the time of the atomic bomb testing, and who knows what the fuck else was going on at this Air Force Base in the 1940s. What kind of weapons were they testing out there, man? Because
who knows? I don't know.
You can't. Here's my thing about the atomic bomb. I feel like the atomic bomb was. There were multiple options when they said, okay, the president says we want to fucking blow Japan up. We want to end this war. Whomever was in charge of funding this and researching it probably said, okay. And they probably didn't say, let's develop a bomb. They probably said, let's develop some options. So I think there was probably other options aside from the atomic bomb, but I feel like they went with what was the safest to handle for them. So I think probably in the infancy of this research and testing and stuff, I think there were probably some bombs being designed in a preliminary production stage that were just probably going to wipe off, a quarter of the planet.
I don't know when it was made, but I saw this little diagram not too long ago of atomic bombs. And it showed like...
I don't want one.
It showed like it was almost like a little graph showing each one and like what the explosion looked like from them. And there was like the D-Day bomb, that atom bomb dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, which was like all the way down at this end. And then there was like the one that's called like Tsar Bomba
from Russia.
And it's like all the way over here, and it's like it's this little minuscule fucking explosion, and then the Tsar Bomba is like all the way the fuck up here.
Yeah.
So it's like, holy shit, like how long were they working on something like that?
And then fucking Ukraine's like, pick up your guns and fight the Russians.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. Like, I hope Ukraine comes out on the better end of that. I hope it ends soon. But at any given second, if Putin says, I've had enough of this shit, he's going to fucking kill everybody, including you and I. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And I'm enamored with doomsday devices as well. I think it's cool that there's a device somewhere here and there where if it senses that type of bomb going off, it goes off itself. So not only are they going to kill us, we're going to kill them. It's going to be we may not have to wait until we're 65 to die, Rob.
Who knows? It could be tomorrow.
It could be tomorrow.
We just wake up dead.
This dumb shit, Daniel Fry. When he worked on the base, they had to bus everybody between the base and Las Cruces in New Mexico because there was just nothing in between, and they could really get a lot more people out there if they would just bus them out there every day. And on July 4th, 1949, they were celebrating the 4th of goddamn July. They were, going to go drink some beers, light off some fireworks, and they were busing everybody from the Air Force Base to Las Cruces. And this dumb shit missed the bus. He did not make the bus, and he had to stay back at the Air Force Base all by himself. This must have been a time before security because he kind of slipped through the cracks a little bit, but that's okay. And he did not want to allow, Daniel didn't want to allow this opportunity to slip by without him, doing something cool, man. So he slipped out, and there was much to explore the base, places and things that he'd never seen and that he was never allowed to go. So he was going to use this opportunity to set out and explore. It just baffles me that he didn't even leave behind one fucking security guard. He started wandering down a desert path, he claims. A path that he'd never seen before. While on the trail, he noticed what he described as a star, but the star started to behave oddly up in the sky. It was kind of darting around and dancing back and forth, and then it started to descend towards Earth. And when it started its descent towards Earth, it became clear to Daniel that whatever this was in fact not a star, but some type of spacecraft. He described it as an oblate spheroid. That's a weird name. 10 feet in diameter and over 16 feet tall. And this is his quote about the incident. It says, he did write a book about his experience, and this is his quote. What should I do next? Should I return to the base and report the advent of the craft? This at first seemed the logical thing to do, but then another thought intervened. It would take at least 3/4 of an hour for me to get back to the base, find someone in authority, and return with observers. What if the craft took off in the meantime? There would be nothing but a crumbled patch of brush to substantiate my story. Who would believe me? If anyone did believe, who would dare to admit it? I had read enough of the ridicule heaped upon those who had been incautious enough to admit having seen some unexplained objects flying in the air. How much worse would be the lot of one who claimed to have seen one land and to have been close enough to touch it, yet had no proof except a flattened patch of bush. That's one of my favorite things ever, is a flattened patch of bush. He claims that whatever was inside of the craft, he never saw any people. He never observed any alien space creatures inside, any humanoids. He never claims to have seen anything like that, but something inside of the ship was communicating telepathically with him. And whatever being inside the craft was communicating with him telepathically went by the name Alan.
Oh, okay.
What a stupid fucking name for an alien, dude. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, man. You're not going to believe me, but my name is Alan. What would you name an alien if you had one? If you had to name an alien?
If I could name any alien.
You gotta... I mean, we know that I'm going to go with Thud.
Yeah.
Thud is a good, solid name for an alien. I don't think Alan is a good one.
Maybe like, I don't know, something.
Everyone I've ever met named Alan is just a real bastard.
My brother.
I mentioned him specifically.
Yeah. Maybe like, it'd have to be like some sort of like a sci-fi-ish name.
Yeah.
Like Farticle or something.
Farticle.
Farkle
The particle.
Yeah.
So we got Alan up here in the spaceship. Daniel said once he entered the ship, the bottom of the ship, which was not transparent when he entered it, but when he entered the ship, the floor of the ship became transparent. Daniel advised in his story that Alan never revealed himself physically. He would only communicate telepathically.
Okay.
Daniel said once inside the ship, they got up to a speed of 8,000 miles per hour.
Damn.
And they took a 30-minute trip to New York and back.
That's quick.
And during the trip, Alan explained physics and the prehistory of Earth. Dude, I was not was not high on marijuanas when I wrote this research, but I'm thinking about, so we've talked about it on the show where just like the galaxy, everything, it just never, whatever is out there just never ends.
Right.
Just as far as the fucking anything can go, nothing ever stops. But we're this little dot. We're smaller than a grain of sand in the grand scheme of everything. You think about what's to come, flying cars, fucking dogs walking on two legs, whatever is to come. We may never die. We may last forever.
I've seen this past week. I've seen a couple of videos this past week that have really like traumatized me. Like I'll see all these videos like when I'm scrolling through TikTok, and it'll be like a Reddit post or something. It'll be like narrated by like a bot.
Yeah,
and it'll say like, what's the scariest thing like you ever like that's true or whatever.
Yeah,
and like it'll show like a video of us, in our solar system, and then how far, like if we were like to go back and they could
I've
see
seen that one.
Yeah, where you can see like everything that we know about space and how far out it goes,
And how much we don't know.
and it's fucking terrifying
But
how big and vast it is.
what's interesting is to think about pre-Earth,
Yeah.
before this fucking rock was here.
Mm-hmm.
What was out there? What kind
Yeah.
of prehistoric alien civilizations? Because there was shit out there. It's just to think that we just came from nothing, just a speck, an organism, whatever. That organism had to come from somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, even if I think last time I remember seeing it, it was like, say if their universe is, I don't know how old, say 60 billion years old. Say if the universe is 60 billion years that we think it is, and Earth is like 5 billion years old. Like all the shit that was happening before,
Yeah, the woolly
There's
mammoths were fucking the shit
more
out of each other.
more time has passed in between the creation of the universe and Earth being created as Earth from now.
Yeah,
It's fucking crazy.
it's wild, dude.
It's weird. It's weird to think about.
After Daniel went for his little spaceship ride, he actually was. Alan told him that Alan was not driving the ship; that it was being remote controlled by mothership somewhere far off in another realm or
Remote
another
control ship. Hell yeah.
galaxy. Alan dropped off Daniel at the exact location from where he was abducted. And from 1950 until 1954, Alan took Daniel on several more trips. And during those trips, Alan talked about his people, the alien race that he'd come from, and their purpose on Earth. Alan said that they were descendants of a lost race from Lemuria. It was destroyed in an ancient alien nuclear war, and it left he and his people wandering through the galaxy. And they were one of the few alien races that had mastered time travel and space travel. So they used that skill that they had acquired to get to Mars to start over.
Okay.
Yeah, these aliens, man. And they're kind of their reason here on Earth was they were exceptionally concerned about our use of nuclear bombs,
As always,
which we've heard a lot before about
Yeah.
aliens. Man, they don't want us fucking wiping each other out.
there's always high levels of reported extraterrestrial activity whenever
Oh,
nuclear
yeah.
bomb time is coming.
And if you look at the UFO sightings over like nuclear sites, it's astounding. It's pretty cool how they align with one another. The political tensions which now exist between your nations must be eased. This is Alan speaking, the alien. If either of the two dominant nations of Earth were to achieve conclusive scientific superiority over the other, under present conditions, a war of extermination would be certain to follow. We are not here to assist any nation in making war, but to stimulate a degree of progress which will eliminate the reasons for war on Earth, even as we, some thousands of years ago, eliminated the reasons for conflict among our own people.
Huh.
Daniel Fry would go on to write a book called The White Sands Incident in 1954. Unfortunately, Daniel Fry was brought on live television where he said, yeah, no problem, I'll pass a lie detector test.
Mm-hmm.
And they gave him a lie detector test on live television, and he did unfortunately fail the lie detector test, which was not very it's not
Means nothing.
it's not all telling.
He could have been nervous about being on live TV.
I bet you could give me a lie detector test to try to figure out some of the crazy stuff I've ever jacked off to.
Yeah.
And you're not gonna get 100%
Sure.
success rate out of getting me to lie about
mean,
some of this shit.
Yeah, lie detector tests aren't even.
Ain't shit, bro.
Yeah, they're not shit.
I took a lie detector test one time for police department, and I didn't get the job. And one thing that they asked me about my credit,
Mm-hmm.
which at the time I didn't have any bad. I didn't have any bad credit. I didn't have any debt. There was nothing
Yeah.
There was nothing bad.
Mm-hmm.
There was nothing to talk about with my credit. But I failed the lie detector test. They said that I was really hung up on my questions about my credit.
Weird.
And I said, fuck it. I got to give him my fucking credit report. Like, that matters.
Yeah.
Isn't that so crazy that you
is
had to,
weird.
for a job like that, you have to give them your credit report? And then for years after that, when I did have bad credit, I was so scared to miss out on a good job for having bad credit.
Weird.
When I got my job, not this one, but the one before this,
Yeah.
which was the best job I'd had up until that point, they said, we have to do your background check. And I said, are you guys going to check my credit? And the lady's like, no, we're not going to check your credit. Why would we check your credit? And I was like, I've been trying to get jobs where they check your credit every single. The TSA, when I applied for the TSA, they wouldn't give me the job because I had a medical bill with a balance on it that was
That's so stupid.
It was over $3,000, and they wouldn't give me the job because of that. Now TSA's like, please, God, come work for us. Anybody, everybody. Please, fuck.
Yeah.
And the thing is, they're just worried about you taking a bribe to do.
Gotcha.
I mean, I would let a shoe bomber on for a couple $1,000.
Sure.
Naturally. I think I would love to go to prison for something like that.
Fucking worth it. Shit's crazy.
The only reason I would want to work in TSA is because I could see people's dicks in the x-ray machine all day.
Ain't nothing to see here, buddy.
And I would talk to every single dude with a little dick.
I feel your pain, brother.
And I'm like, hey, man. How'd you hide your dick so good? How'd you get your dick hide so good? Man, I'd love to talk to somebody from TSA about those fucking x-ray lines.
It's all skin, no dick, brother.
I think it blurs out your wiener, though. It's supposed to.
Who knows, man?
I could slide some chopsticks into my penis.
All for the illusion of safety, my friend.
I can get some 9mm rounds in my foreskin for sure. At least one.
Yeah. I wasn't a fan of the polygraph, though. I didn't like it.
They're stressful,
I was
dude.
nervous as fuck.
He thought I fucked a goat one time.
Oh, yeah. No. Legit. I almost didn't pass because I...
He said, you're really getting hung up on this sex with animals question.
I was too, dude.
Because I think it's funny, man.
Yeah. He said it was like the sexual deviant questions. And he asked me if I ever fucked like an animal or something. And I was like... It was like I was just so taken aback that like I think my body just totally like was like, what the fuck? I'm like,
He got mad at me. He started flipping. He's like, you've never let the family dog maybe take a little bit of peanut butter off your penis.
Yep.
I said, not off my penis, but why are you trying to ask me right now?
Yeah, man, they asked me the same thing. It's fucking weird.
Talk my way out of it like a lawyer.
Yeah, they ask you some really weird off the fucking wall things.
God. And then they hire you and you just fucking beat people that you think have a gun that don't really have a gun.
Yeah. It's fucking crazy, man.
Also, the photos that he took of the alleged incidents from over the years were proven as fakes as well. He also claimed to be a doctor, which I am a doctor, and they did some digging and they found out that he had a doctorate in cosmism from a mail order service called St. Andrew's College.
Hey, it's still a doctorate.
Out of the United Kingdom.
It's still a doctorate.
There's places out there that you can buy a degree.
Yeah.
And I just think, like, you don't buy it. They give you a degree based on life experience. So if you're, been really good at meth labs over the years, I'm sure you could get a degree as a chemist.
Chemistry, yeah.
Something like that. That'd be cool.
Man.
Okay. That was just the first tale.
Okay, sweet.
This guy, he was kind of ridiculed for all of the stories that he peddled. He went around the country selling his book and doing interviews. A lot of people just didn't believe him. But the fact that his alien encounter is so closely linked with the White Sands Proving Grounds, that Air Force base, it has to fit in with this story this episode that we're trying to peddle to you guys. Now the stories pick up in business a little bit. These next two, they're pretty wild, man. Especially the third one. I really like this one, too. They're equally as crazy.
Sweet.
The next incident is considered to be one of the best documented UFO sightings in U.S. history, as witnessed by City of Socorro police officer Lonnie Zamora. In essence, so Lonnie saw this UFO. He saw more than that. But at the same time Lonnie experienced the UFO, there were people all over the area that he was at that experienced the same thing, and they all reported similar findings. And that's what makes this one of the most credible sightings in U.S. history, because everyone's account of what happened matched.
Oh, sweet.
And all of their stories were turned into law enforcement and government agencies before the sightings were reported to the media. Yeah.
Okay.
And everything aligned with one another, what it looked like, the gases, the flames, all of it, all their stories matched. So there's no deviation from that, which makes it a really credible, makes it a credible story for me. This incident was investigated by many top scientists at the time, and it could not be discredited. April 24th, 1964, it was late afternoon. I think it was around 5:30 p.m., early evening, late afternoon. Lonnie Z, was on duty as a police officer, and he was in the pursuit of a speeding vehicle. You can't chase anybody now. All the major police departments are terminating.
Yep. No chase policy, chase policies.
And one thing I've really liked to start watching on YouTube is I watch motorcycle chase videos where these dudes on motorcycles like Hayabusas and shit ride around with no license plates, and the cops roll up and they're and the guy will turn around on his motorcycle and he's like, and he just
roast
leaves
him.
Yep. See ya.
You can't do anything.
Officer. Let the dog out, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I want to get bit by a police dog.
I don't.
They say you just lift their back legs and they'll stop biting you.
Really?
If you have...
I heard a finger in the butt does it too.
You just goose them.
So you misunderstand the rules and you just finger your own ass.
Sir, I know you thought you're probably only getting charged with fleeing and eluding, but we're also going to charge you for sexual assault on the police dog.
I bet they would too.
They tried to take you down over there by a dumpster and you forcibly penetrated his anus with your finger. So anything you say or do will be how to get you the court of law. If you don't have an attorney, what be appointed for you, anything. Do you have any questions about your rights, sir? That's when you say, better call Saul.
Yeah. Give me my fucking lawyer.
Give me my fucking lawyer.
Don't talk to the cops.
Don't talk to the feds.
Don't you shut your fucking mouth.
Shut the fuck up.
And you ask for a fucking lawyer.
Call your lawyer. He'll talk your way out of it. That's where people get hung up. You're a lot better off spending 4 or 5 hours in jail because you think like, oh, I'm just gonna tell him. I'm gonna tell him. I'm gonna try to lie to him. I'm gonna try to tell him. Talk my way out of it. You think that you're gonna talk your way out of it, so you won't have to go to jail. But you know that if you just keep your mouth shut, they're gonna charge you, and you're gonna go to jail.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot better to go to jail for 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah. Either way, you're gonna go to jail.
People don't get built up and like when you get taken to jail. And I don't know this. So I'm glad you're here for this question.
Mm-hmm.
Say I stab somebody at the bar and they take me to jail.
Mm-hmm.
When they take me into jail, do they put me in the drunk tank or where do they put you?
It depends. I mean, if you come in and you're like uncooperative and you're like
I'm just completely
just a normal guy,
yeah.
you just go in with everybody else.
General population?
Yeah, it's like when you first go in, you're in like you're in a booking area, so they keep everybody in a general area until a certain time, and then if you're going to be somebody that's going to have to be going to court, they'll book you, they'll house you, and then you get, obviously if it's something crazy like a violent crime, you'll go to like the violent crime area.
Okay.
Normal petty shit, you're going to go in like a pod.
Yeah.
But yeah, you'll be out unless something crazy. They'll like lock you up in like a solo cell. Yep. So if you came in for stabbing or killing somebody, they'd probably just lock you down.
In a solo cell.
Yeah, it'll be a big cell made for like a bunch of people, but they'll lock you in there by yourself.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, until they decide to book you in, and then they'll put you in the big boy bars.
Until they decide to kill you.
Could happen.
Yes, it could. So he's chasing this car. While chasing the vehicle, Lonnie heard a loud roar and an explosion. He witnessed a flame shoot up in the sky at a distance from around a half to a full mile away from his location. He thought that the explosion was likely dynamite, fireworks, something like that, but soon realized that the blast was significantly larger than both of those.
Damn.
So Lonnie said, I got to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
The blast was so violent that he terminated the pursuit immediately of the speeding vehicle and directed his focus to the roaring explosion. He immediately notified his dispatcher over the radio of the blast and his intentions to go check out the blast. Lonnie was zipping towards the blast site when he observed what he thought might be a car in the distance that required immediate help. He was about 150 yards away at this point when he still thought that he was dealing with a car that was on fire. He requested mutual aid from any surrounding police agencies, and he advised dispatch that he would need help from a fellow police officer as well, And that's when Sergeant Samuel Chavez started to head in his direction after the explosion. But the explosion, the blue flames going up in the air, there were dozens of witnesses around the area that corroborate the story and say, yeah, that happened. And all of their accounts were given to law enforcement and the feds before this stuff hit the news line. So, like I said, it makes it a little more credible, whatever it was, but it was not a car that was on fire. Lonnie walked up to the blast site. He reached the lip of a small valley, and in the ground, that's where he was greeted by a huge white spacecraft that he later described as being similar to a propane tank. Give me a Baja Blast. Oh, I love that fucking show, dude.
I did too.
It was a similar size and shape to a propane. Well, not size. It was similar in shape.
Damn, it's small.
Yeah, it's oh! It was about the same shape as a propane tank. The spacecraft sat on the ground of the bare desert with 3 legs buried in the ground.
Will you say hi to Gavin? He just turned on your podcast on YouTube.
What's up, Gavin?
What's
How
up?
you doing? We're getting some personal shout-outs in here.
He said hi.
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 Is he right there? Hold on, let me stop.
Did he hear him?
Jesus Christ. All right.
Thanks.
Thank you. No, happy to help. Is he right there?
Is he right there?
Fuck. You know it's fucking request hour here.
Got any requests? Call in.
Gavin! Yeah, Gavin's about that age right now where he's starting to go through some life changes.
Oh, yeah.
Probably just starting to get some hair on his peaches and shit.
Oh, my son's there, too.
But he's going to be fucked up listening to this podcast. He's going to go to
Yeah.
school tomorrow and be like, listen, man, I got this shit figured out. I got all this shit figured out. Talking to this, some fat dude like, look, this dude said my name on YouTube, and it's our fucking fat dumbasses. Put that away.
My son's in this area. He's in the age now where, like, all that stuff's starting to happen. And, like, you have to go through his bedroom to get to the bathroom, so I take big dragon shits in there, and I'll walk out.
Blow
Like,
it up.
I'll be sitting there, and he'll be, like, playing Xbox with his friends, and I'll hear his friends be he'll be, like, on his phone with his friends, and he'll be like, motherfucker, like, not my son, but the other kids. And, like, I heard my son one night, he said something like, he was like, suck my cock. And I was like, oh, God damn, Cooper. Like, it's like, I'm like, I can't really yell at him
Dude,
because,
he's 13. You and I were
cussed.
talking the same way.
I was like 10 when I started cussing.
yeah, you and I were
Now,
saying
maybe
this.
12-ish, but
I remember some of the shit we would do in your basement. And
man,
how old were you when you gave Brent that tattoo on his back? I mean, we were probably 13,
Yeah,
12 or 13.
13. Yeah. Dude, that shit was so don't even mention that.
No, it's not worth mentioning, but it's still.
I forgot all about that. Holy
I did.
shit.
That's one of my fondest memories of you. That's why I knew that you were going to be destined for greatness and glory.
Oh my God. I forgot all about that. Holy shit.
I can't believe you wanted that on his back. Stupid.
Oh shit.
And to hear your son only say, suck my cock,
Yeah.
that's pretty good.
It makes sense.
It does make sense.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Man.
All right. Request hour is over. Let me see where I'm at.
Oh, dude, that's some shit, man. I can't fucking believe you remember that. I literally wiped that from my fucking mind until you just said that. Holy shit.
Dude, I remember everything.
That's crazy. My memory is shit.
From like 18 and to 4, I
Yeah.
remember every second of my life. It's incredible.
That's crazy.
From 18 until now, I don't even know who the fuck you are or why you're in my basement, but I'm going to keep on chilling with you, bro. It's a lot of fun. It's been
Dude,
real.
that's fucking gnarly, man. That's embarrassing.
Only the real ones get to know that story. That's the $5,000 Patreon club.
Yeah. Whew.
All right. We got to do request hour there for a second. We had to say
Yeah.
hello to
Gavin?
Gay Gavin.
Poor kid.
The spacecraft came into the ground and it buried 3 feet in the sand. It displayed a red insignia on the side of an upward-facing arrow under an arch. So it had some type of odd insignia on the side of the spacecraft.
Hell yeah.
Surprisingly, 2 figures were observed entering the spacecraft. They were about the size of small adults. And I don't know what's defined as a small adult. Maybe our size, a little smaller.
Hasbula?
Yeah.
Hasbula small? Like,
Yeah. They had on white spacesuits with big old fat space titties.
sign me up. Let me suckle from them space nippies.
They're not regular titties, dude.
They're spacey.
They're space boobies.
There's like a fucking like galaxies and everything on them.
In the aliens with small tits they have cosmonauts. They're not real big. They're not real big. They're just little knots. Alien sex. Kanye said it best, dude.
Tell me what's next.
Tell me what
sex.
Alien sex. And they had on white space suits with big old fat space titties.
Love them.
They had lab coveralls just like those worn in the Wuhan lab when they released the COVID-19, but they shit themselves whenever they saw Lonnie, and they took off running. So they were whatever or whomever they were spooked enough by the presence of Lonnie that they put their shit in overdrive and they took off running. They kind of these aliens fucking pooped all over themselves.
Anybody that's named Lonnie, you don't fuck with
trouble,
him.
dude.
We know one Lonnie, and I would never fuck with that dude.
Big honky tonk motherfucker.
Fucking scary man.
I watched him kick a football one time and it left the atmosphere.
Dude, that motherfucker kicked fucking balls so far.
He was terrifying. He's just big, dude.
Huge, yeah, powerful fucking dude.
He was one of those guys that you wake up thinking about how you would have to kill him if you decided you just wanted to kill people one day.
Yeah.
He was like a brick, a cylinder, a cinder block, fucking a gun, a car.
He still is, man. He's fucking made of steel.
Yeah, scary, dude. I've never met his dad before, but I wonder how big.
I'm sure he's just like him.
Big bastard.
Big fucking brick motherfucker.
But yeah, Lonnie, he made these dudes poop, these aliens poop. And speaking of poop, I have a pretty interesting story. Not about my personal poop, but I have a fellow at my work, and he and I have talked about this at length before, but since he was a young child, he's never been able to smell. He has no sense of smell.
Like at all?
He can't smell anything. Well, that's today. I kind of cornered him. The dude can't smell anything. When he comes near me, I intentionally fucking try and shit my pants. I'll get one of those farts where the poop comes out of your butt a little bit. You get some TCC, some turd cotton contact.
Yeah, just get a little itchy.
A little shit whisper. Just something nasty and gnarly. Just fucking.
A little butt burp.
A couple times I put a couple rosebuds in my underwear trying to fart in front of this dude just to see if I could peek at him. If he's like, God damn. Or, God, you stink.
Just calling his bluff.
Nick, man, you got to figure that out. And I was like, gotcha. I got your ass. You've been
gotcha, bitch.
Fucking lying.
Yeah.
But then I see what he eats for lunch, and I know he can't smell because it's disgusting.
Okay.
It's like Doritos. He gets like the cheap-ass lobster dip from Walmart and stuff.
Oh, man.
And he'll just eat it with a spoon, and I'll say, why are you eating that? He's like, what's the matter? I can't smell anything. And so, but today, I farted, and it stunk. Oh, my God. I had onions yesterday. I had some frozen yogurt from Sam's Club. It was disgusting. I mean, just when I eat some dairy, my body acts up.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it smelled
Getting old, man.
wretched.
That's what it does.
We had a lot of people write us that drink milk. They're like, because the last episode.
Oh, yeah. If you drink
like,
milk, you're a
who
fucking
the
serial
fuck
killer.
drinks milk?
Yeah.
And then we had a lot of people write, fuck you, dude. I drink milk. So people do drink milk.
Yeah. I get it.
And today I cornered him. I said, listen, I need to talk to you. And he said, what? And I said, can you really not smell at all? He said, no, since about the age of 2 years old, I can't smell. And I said, so you've never smelled anything ever? And he said, I guess not. And he just stared at me. And I said, nothing. There's nothing that you can smell. And he said, well, about once per year, I get about, this is crazy, dude. He said about once per year, he gets like 15 seconds of smell. So,
he uses all of his 15 seconds in one time. You got to space that shit out, man.
Oh, dude, I'm not making this up either.
Get you a second here, a second there. Don't just use it all up.
You got to, just like it.
It's like your vacation time, brother.
But then again, you got to think, and this is where I thought, and immediately my mind goes to, if I only have 15 seconds per year to smell whatever I want to smell,
man,
what the fuck would I want to smell? Probably my own ass or like fucking
pussy.
Yeah. Come here.
No doubt.
Come here, babe. I don't know. The dog's paws. There's so many cool fresh cut grass.
Grass is really good.
a dirty baby diaper. I don't know, man. But I would probably start making a list. I'd probably reach down and like karate chop my dick and smell that. Is probably what I would smell. Give it a little smell check. And I started asking myself, like, so what are some of the stuff you've smelled during your 15 seconds?
15 seconds of nose life.
And he was talking about one kind of food one time, but he said it was absolutely fucking incredible. It was like when they find the golden ticket in Willy Wonka. He said he's going wild. He's crazy, so excited. And then he said, I got one kind of weird story. He's a real quiet dude.
So can he taste?
Super cool guy. No.
Okay.
He says, like, that's what he said. He said, I guess not. But he's a super cool, nice guy. And I said, yeah. Can he taste? No. And I said, have you ever smelled any, like, but he started talking about some of the things that he has smelled.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, one time this is kind of a weird story. And I said, no, you got to tell me now. And turn back.
Yeah, you fucking can't start like that.
He said, well, I went to the bathroom, and he has a little sense of humor.
Uh-huh.
But he doesn't know that he has a sense of humor. So he's just real serious all the time.
Right.
And he said, I sat down to go to the bathroom for a number 2. He didn't even have the heart to tell me he was taking a big old greasy shit.
Yeah, dragging shit. Yeah.
And then he said, I went number 2, and I started to get this god-awful smell in my nose. And I didn't think too much about it. But then I stood up and I wiped, and I sat back down. So he's a stand wiper, which I already know he's a serial killer.
Yeah.
And he said when he sat back down, he just got this fucking god-awful smell. He said it smelled so bad it turned his stomach, and he started to gag, and he hurried up and turned around and flushed the toilet because he thought he had to throw up in the toilet.
Mm-hmm.
But what had happened is he gained the 15 seconds of smell. The 15 seconds of smell hit him while he was on the toilet, while he was taking a shit.
While he's having an anal evacuation.
So with his yearly 15 seconds of smell
Was his own ass.
was his own poop.
Oh, man.
And he said it was so fucking bad it gagged him.
That's my luck, bro.
But I would have to think, like, prioritizing the things that I would want to smell. Probably my own fart or my own shit. I would put that at the bottom of the list, but it'd definitely be one of the things that I want to know.
You got to know your own brew, man.
Because you get a girlfriend or something, like, and you fart, and,
Yeah.
and then she just looks like, for 5 or 10 minutes after that, she just looks like the sour lemon's face. And you don't know why, because you never really smelled your own fart. But he said his 15 seconds of freedom, he was smelling his own shit, and it was bad enough to...
He went a whole another year before he could smell it. That was his 15 seconds. Was his own fucking poop.
He hasn't smelled since.
Oh, man.
You imagine you only get 15 seconds a year to smell something.
That's rough, man.
Yeah. How about this? Would you rather? Would you rather, for the rest of your life, every time you have sex, it has to be commentated by me, like a sportscaster. I get to commentate your sex, and
Okay.
whomever you're making love to gets to hear me commentating.
Okay.
Or you let me join in once per year, and you don't have to hear my voice.
Oh, brother, you're joining, my friend. No shame in it, brother.
Well, unfortunately, we have a bit of a situation here. Oh man, I was really hoping you'd go for the commentary.
I mean, fuck it. I'll take both.
Yeah, can I just have both?
Can you commentate while you're joining it? Sign me up, brother.
Setting up for the long. He's going for the long putt here. He's gonna try and
Oh, there's no long putt here, my
sink
friend.
this ball from a distance.
This is a short stroke.
He is literally on top of the hole right now. Oh God, Lonnie. At the point that he saw the lab, these people from the lab go into the spaceship, Lonnie knew that something was awry here, and he ducked and took cover immediately because at this point he didn't know what to expect. Lonnie heard what sounded similar to a car door shutting and observed the craft lift off the ground and take off into the sky, defying all physics. When it lifted off, he heard a loud roar and observed blue flames come from the back of the spacecraft. At that moment, he raced back to his police cruiser and radioed into dispatch and advised them what he had observed. Phone calls started to pour in from many of the locals as well that had dialed 911 that saw and observed the same thing that Lonnie saw up in the sky. Many locals came to the site and observed the impressions from the spacecraft along with burn marks it left behind. Many other witnesses in the area that day reported seeing an egg-shaped spacecraft with a blue flame tail on it.
Hell yeah, it's fucking sweet.
And like I said, what was so profound about this case is they all reported their sightings the same time as Lonnie, and they reported their sightings before it hit the newsline. These witnesses had come forward to describe what they had seen even before Zamora's report became public knowledge, adding to the credibility of the descriptions. Among the other witnesses who reported seeing the craft and the flames were two tourists named Larry Kratzer and Paul Keyes. They were definitely fucking each other.
No doubt.
And 5 further tourists from Colorado. Additionally, many hundreds of people heard the loud roar of craft while it landed and took off. Hundreds of people. After the incident took place, it was immediately investigated by a group of police officers who arrived at the scene and treated it as a crime scene. They took photographs of the footprints and the other impressions that were left by the spacecraft when it landed in the sand. The charred sand was also collected for the purpose of investigation. And then, lo and behold, wee woo, the federal authorities showed up. They were quickly to swoop in on the scene and take over, impounding all collected evidence and passing the investigation to the United States Air Force. In due course, the conclusions of the investigation were published, explaining that Lonnie Zamora and the incident that that occurred upon him, it was nothing more than natural events. So they're chalking it up to a thunderstorm, some type of dust devil, some kind of wild shit like that.
That'd be cool.
However, a second report was circulated by the United States Air Force internally as part of their classified Project Blue Book investigations.
Ooh.
According to the second report, the public explanation was a cover, and the Air Force was unable to reach a conclusion as to what the police officer had seen that day. So Project Blue Book even reneged on this and said this was not a natural event. This was not a dust devil. This was not a thunderstorm. The United States Air Force made that up as a cover. They did not know what the fuck it was. Project Blue Book also concluded that there wasn't any technology that could be responsible for the sighting that would explain the sighting. The incident remains unresolved to this day.
Nice.
Over the years, a number of different explanations have been provided for the potential UFO sighting. One of the prominent explanations is that it was a classified test flight, which they were, at the time when the incident took place, NASA was performing tests at nearby White Sands Missile Range for the lunar landing. The supporters of this theory believe that Lonnie Zamora must have seen this test, and the two beings he saw could be the scientists who were there in the desert for the test.
Tripping balls.
Some fucking peyote out there, man. That'd be a lot of fun.
Nah, I'm scared of that.
However, this theory is not widely accepted, as the place where NASA was performing its test was about 100 miles away from where the flames were seen and the sound that was heard. Moreover, the lunar lander tests were conducted with the help of a helicopter, so if the test was being performed, Lonnie Zamora should have also noted the helicopter's presence. Yet another explanation for the UFO sighting incident is that it was a targeted prank made by students of a nearby college. What a fucking operation that would have been.
That's fun.
Other theories about the incident suggest that it could be a mirage caused because of heat exhaustion, a weather balloon, a star formation, or even secret military technology.
It's always a weather balloon, man.
It's never a weather balloon.
It's always said it's a weather balloon.
Yeah, exactly. Owing to Lonnie Zamora's credibility as an observer and the fact that many other witnessed the same, the incident is recorded as a credible UFO sighting. While the full explanation of the entire incident is not available, the possibility remains that it is in fact a genuine UFO sighting.
Hell yeah.
Many UFO enthusiasts believe this to be an authentic sighting of aliens and alien technology. They believe that the beings Lonnie Zamora saw were actually extraterrestrial life forms. Whether this is true or not, the entire incident seems to defy more than down-to-earth explanations. Was this a UFO?
I hope so.
Sadly will never know.
I think it was.
For my money, man, it doesn't get much slam dunked than that. You had hundreds of people that heard this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Dozens more that seen the blue flames and the dick-shaped spacecraft taking off from the Earth. All the white aliens in white coveralls.
It's like the what is it? The Phoenix Lights or
Yeah.
yeah.
There was a lot of people that saw that. I don't know if we've ever covered the Phoenix Lights.
I think we've talked about it here and there, but I mean, it's never. I don't think we've never really gone into it.
We've covered the Battle of Los Angeles. That's a good one.
Yeah, it's kind of around the same.
And man, like I said, for my money, this is a pretty. It seems like a pretty credible sighting. It could have been some strange military, super secret technology that they don't want you to know about. But then also, this could have been. This is not out there in the desert. See, it kind of seems to be the mecca of UFO between Roswell, all these white sands sightings. But this one is far more credible than the one before. The one before, the guy kind of went on a book tour. It kind of seemed like a publicity stunt. He failed the polygraph. The pictures were found to be faked. A lot of hokey pokey shit going on with that one. This one, though, this guy never went on a book tour. He never tried to get rich off of this. This guy was just out doing his thing. And in this day and age, and at that time, the 1960s, there wasn't shit that was going to get a police officer to pull off of a pursuit except for something like this. You better believe me, that's what those dudes live for. When I used to work at the police department and some of them old dogs would talk, they would talk about how, man, the pursuits when we were, 25 years old were just different. We didn't have to stop for shit. We would chase everybody. Everyone was scared to run from us. They tell these glory stories about.
Yeah. Many times growing up, I saw people getting chased on 4-wheelers through my plat.
Yeah, it happens a lot, man.
County can't even chase people now.
No,
they still do, but they can't.
Yeah, they're not allowed.
They're not supposed to.
Well, the problem is traffic is always so congested that people fucking die whenever.
Yeah.
When you chase. You chase somebody for a speeding ticket, and then that guy loses control and hits a family of 5.
Uh-huh.
You did nothing for the betterment of humanity.
Yep.
That is all about ego. That is all about you thinking someone, oh, that guy can't run from me. Well, it's a speeding ticket. Yeah, he can. Fucking let it go.
Yeah.
Much like I seen a person get arrested for when I worked at the police department, there was a guy that got he had a passenger seatbelt ticket. He didn't pay the passenger seatbelt ticket.
Mm-hmm.
The mayor's court that I worked for through whatever, they issued an arrest warrant for a passenger side seatbelt ticket.
Damn.
The guy got pulled over for a little $40 ticket and got taken to county jail for this ticket. He got out, obviously.
Yeah.
But the prosecutor would show up, once a week for mayor's court. And when he came for mayor's court that following Monday, he said, fucking never issue a warrant for something like this ever. He was mad about it. Like, it's his job to prosecute people.
Yeah.
And he was mad that this dude was
Something
arrested
so
for,
fucking stupid.
for a passenger
seatbelt
ticket. I got a lot of good pals.
So I'm guessing they dropped it.
I don't think they did. I think they made the guy pay.
They just made him pay the fine.
Yeah. I got a lot of guys, a lot of dudes that are just I would move mountains for that work in law enforcement.
Mm-hmm.
But I've met some guys that are just some real scumbags. And
Yeah.
I think all of them would say we don't need to be out here arresting people for passenger
Sure.
side
Yeah.
seatbelt tickets.
It's
You live and you learn.
I guess that's probably someone who's just fucking gung ho or pissed off having a bad day.
This is a clerk of courts is who it was, and she was just fucking wild.
That's
Wild and shit. All right, this last one is probably my favorite. There is just so much going on with this one, and it is right up our alley, Rob Dog.
Right up my alley.
There's a fucking serpentine tentacle arm.
Oh fuck yeah.
There's a butthole.
Oh yes. Please.
Well, there was a butthole.
Oh, okay.
It's complicated.
Okay.
And it is a fun one for sure. This is the abduction of Jonathan Lovett, or as it's referred to in the government files, Project Grudge report number 13. The time was March of 1956. 2 men were dispatched on a search party to search the airfields of none other than White Sands Proving Grounds, the subject of this episode. They were looking for, and you will recall that this Air Force base, they would do a lot of missile testing out there. And these guys were sent out on a search party to look for fallen debris from a previous missile test the night before. The men that were looking for the fallen debris was one Major William Cunningham and Sergeant Jonathan Lovett. Love it, like it, gotta have it.
Gotta have it.
Gotta have it. Both were attached to the Air Force Missile Command at Holloman Air Force Base. The men reached the ground at 0300, or as some would call 3 o'clock in the morning.
Normal people.
Yeah. And they marched towards the site where they would be checking for the fallen debris. They had done this many times before, and when they started to get close to where the debris should be, they kind of split up a little bit. Excuse me. And the last time Major Cunningham saw Sergeant Jonathan Lovett, he was walking over the crest of a nearby sand dune. Sergeant Lovett did not say where he was going when they split up, but they had done this many times before. They kind of had a plan, what worked for them for their search party. But Major Cunningham would say in later interviews that he thought Sergeant Lovett was just going to the bathroom. He was just going over the sand dune and taking a big old fat stinky piss.
Sometimes you gotta do that, man.
He after several minutes of not hearing from Jonathan Lovett, he started to wonder, like, hey, this guy gone? Is he coming back? He was worried. He retraced his steps to where they had last separated, and that is when he heard the worst sound that he's ever heard in his entire life. Cunningham heard Lovett shriek in absolute anguish, and he thought that he had been bitten by a rattlesnake. He had fallen and broken an arm. You ever fell on a sharp rock and have it go up your ass before, Rob?
Ooh, don't feel good.
Dude, it fucking hurts, man.
Yeah.
Or fall and hit your tailbone really hard.
Ugh.
You shriek, and that's the only way you're going to
The worst is when you hit your shin on something.
Last night, Paisley got sent to bed, and she walked through her room, and she stepped on a fucking Lego in her room. And the poor little sweet nugget came out of her bedroom. She's like, it's just one of those deep guttural, oh my God, my leg's going to fall off.
Dude, those Legos hit
I was like,
different.
whoa, what happened? She said, I stepped on a Lego. She was upset.
Man.
Luckily, Mommy's like, oh, go snuggle with Daddy. He'll make you feel better. And we started talking about if elephants could fly. That's usually whenever they start,
distract them.
Whenever they start crying, I usually throw them something like, what would you do if you found a snake in your shoe or something like that? Just try and distract and make small talk. They love that.
Yeah.
Doesn't work for the 12-year-old anymore. She looks at me like I'm fucking stupid.
Are you fucking stupid?
Really? Right now? She's old enough to just call my bluff on everything. I hate it. I'm going to beat the shit out of her as soon as we're done here.
You know how many times I stepped on a nail when I was little? Holy
I stepped on one once that went through my foot.
Yeah.
I was pretty bad off.
Mm-hmm.
I was hospitalized. It was like the Oregon Trail. They thought I was going to die from typhoid and shit.
Yeah, I did it once. I know I've done it 3 times. Obviously, I don't fucking learn my lesson. I remember specifically one time, it was this old-ass board outside of our house when we lived in Florida, so it was, like, wet and nasty, and there was, like, nails sticking up, and I thought it would be cool to just kick the nails to bend them. That didn't work. Right through my fucking shoe. Went all the way through my foot.
Was Taco there?
No, that was a different house.
No, sorry.
R.I.P. Taco. I don't know if he's dead. R.I.P. to him.
So, Cunningham did retrace his steps from where they got separated. And that's when he heard Lovett shriek in anguish. Cunningham ran over to the crest of the sand dune and was greeted by a sight that he would never forget. About 30 feet from where he stood, reflected in the dim beam of the flashlights gripped tightly in his right hand, Cunningham could see a mysterious metallic disc hovering approximately 15 to 20 feet above the ground. It was completely silent and resembled no vehicle or piece of military hardware that the Major had ever seen before. Something was moving around at the base of the object, writhing and flexing back and forth like a snake. And that's coming off the spacecraft. And when Cunningham shone his torch, his flashlight, when he shone the beam onto the spacecraft, he could see that it was a thick metallic cable of some kind, Another horrific scream snapped the dazed and confused officer back into reality, and then he directed his torch towards the end of the cable. He was horrified to see that it was wrapped around one of Jonathan Lovett's legs as he dangled upside down. So the spacecraft had this giant serpentine arm, robotic cable arm hanging from the bottom of the spacecraft. And the robotic arm was latched onto the leg of Jonathan Lovett, and it was dragging him up to the spaceship.
Ooh.
Lovett was fighting with all he had to break free from the cables of the spacecraft. The robotic arm dragged Lovett up into the craft as he screamed for help one last time. Cunningham and Lovett were both helpless. Silently, the disc made one small click and shot straight up into the night sky, never to be seen again. Cunningham tripped and stumbled his way back to the waiting Jeep that they'd used to arrive out in the middle of the desert and yelled into the radio that Lovett had been taken and that an aircraft was leaving the scene. Within minutes, every available Air Force unit and resource was swarming towards the area, but all they found was the Major crumbled to the ground, rocking back and forth in shock. And Jonathan Lovett, there was no sign of him anywhere at that time.
That's cool. That's fucking just great.
That's fucking cool. You're trying to piss on a rattlesnake, and next thing you know, you got a robotic arm yanking you up in the sky, man. God. The following days saw airmen from all over the area combing every inch of the ground in the vicinity of the apparent abduction site, but it was all to no avail. It was confirmed by staff on duty at the site, and this is still confirmed to this day. The control tower on the evening of the incident that an unidentified radar contact had shown up on their instruments, but to be moving too quickly for any possible action to be taken against it. So whatever they saw on their radars, they could not distinguish what it was, and if they could even think about making a move towards it, it was moving entirely too fast that they wouldn't have been able to get fucking bullets on it.
Man.
They wouldn't have been able to get any missiles on it. There was nothing I don't think they didn't really have fucking missiles that they could fire at that time, I don't think. But Cunningham was interrogated at length for 3 days. Major Cunningham was. They kept him locked in a fucking box and asked him questions for 3 days until news came in that a search party operating approximately 10 miles downrange from where Lovett had disappeared had discovered Sergeant Lovett's body, or at least what was left of it. So they did find his body 10 miles away from the abduction site. This is where it fucking gets awesome. Lovett's remains have been horrifically mutilated in a manner that nobody involved in the subsequent investigation had ever encountered before. A neat and tidy incision had been made from the tip of Lovett's jaw right around to the back of his larynx, with the airman's tongue and eyes, as well as a significant portion of his jawbone now missing.
God.
The penis had been removed, and the anus had been cut out like a fucking plug. So it was with surgical precision, like you'd cut a hole out in a piece of cardboard. Whatever took him.
Wow.
Cut his tongue out, cut his dick off, and cut his fucking butthole out like a melon baller. It just cut his fucking butthole out, dude.
Holy shit.
He was missing his butthole as if he didn't have any dignity left.
He's missing a butthole. How can you go without a butthole?
Oh, sir, you seem to have misplaced your butthole. If the aliens cut my butthole out, they'd be like, I'm putting back. This butthole's broken. It wouldn't want anything to do with my butthole, dude.
Oh man, that's a bad day, man.
What if they started with his butthole? What if all they wanted was his butthole, but he fought back and got his butthole in his hand, and then he fucking slapped him with it? Like his sleeve. They cut it out like a sleeve. They just cut out the entire cavity of his anus. And that just pissed the aliens off enough that they're like, all right, we got to take his dick. We got to fuck him up real
Got to
good.
up the ante a little bit.
We're just going to sew this shut. They just want a little alien pocket, little bussy,
Little fuckhole.
little butt pussy.
Yeah.
Just want to cut it out.
Man, that's wild.
Yeah, so they The penis had been removed, and the anus had been completely cut out, seemingly with exemplary surgical skill. The coroner's report also noted that there was no trace of vascular collapse or organ failure anywhere in the body, which was problematic as there was not a single trace of blood left anywhere inside the cadaver. So anytime you bleed out like that, your vascular system collapses, I do believe.
Yeah.
And the vascular system showed no traces of collapsing. So however they got all of the blood out of him, they did it in a manner that was not of this world. And that was recorded in the coroner report. Other oddities were to be found in the report submitted by officers charged with investigating the matter. At the location where the remains have been found, a number of predatory birds were also found dead, having apparently expired when they had attempted to feast on the dead corpse of Sergeant Jonathan Lovett.
Weird.
The body was also in surprisingly good condition despite having been found out in the open in one of the hottest and harshest environments in the United States. With Lovett's body now recovered, Cunningham, the guy he went out to look for rocket debris with, was arrested and charged with murder, even though there was probably no chance that with a fucking pocket knife with surgical that he could perform surgical precision like that to remove a butthole, to cut his jaw, out, his tongue out. There's just with mutilations. That's one of the UFO alien topics that really just. It's mostly cattle mutilations.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's usually what it seems like.
But there are instances like this of human mutilation as well, and whether it's for testing purposes, whether it's just for getting the rocks off or training exercises.
Yeah, man. Sometimes them cows' assholes get stretched out way too far. You need a nice taut human one.
Gotta give me one of them tight buttholes
with the elasticity where it's just right.
Yeah, where you all going tonight? We're going down to Earth to get a butthole off a boy.
Yeah, nice tight turd cutter.
We're gonna go get us a tight motherfucking boy butthole.
That's what aliens sound like.
I want a boy butthole. I want a BB hole.
BBH.
I want a boy butthole.
Okay, stop.
I want a fucking poop hole. I want a butthole that don't smell like poop.
Oh, man.
I'm out.
That's it.
I think I suffer for this condition where no matter how hard, yes, I mean hard, vigorous, I scrub my bottom, it still has a hint of poopy smell to it.
Yeah, I mean,
you think you suffer from that, or you think your butthole just always smells like flesh?
I'm sure I do. I'm sure I have my moments.
Well, there's buttholes out there that just are so clean they just smell like flesh. They don't really smell like poop or anything. You know, when I was on that really healthy diet about 4 or 5 months ago, and I was only eating lettuce and greens, tuna and stuff, when I would only poop about once or 3 or 4 days, and it didn't stink, and when I would wipe, there was no doo-doo on the toilet paper. But now I'm back to cheesesteaks and Skittles and shit, and every time I shit, all I do is continuously wipe poop up my back, and I cannot get myself clean for the life of fucking day, man. I sit there, Teresa! I can't get clean, man, no matter what I do. It's sad. Sad shit.
Yeah, it really is. I don't know, man. Something's wrong with our buttholes.
And I get a Bounty wipe and I get it wet. That seems to help a little bit.
The Gojo?
Not enough. Not enough to make a difference.
No.
I got to check these motherfucking... make sure I'm not out of pellets out here.
Pellets?
For my... Oh, God. Oh, I got an hour and 48 minutes left. Yeah, for the...
Oh, yeah, for your smoker.
The jerk.
Okay, I was like, what the fuck
I'm
are you
making
talking about?
spicy jerk, and I'm making sweet jerk.
Oh, give me that spicy, dog.
Yeah, it's going to fuck you up.
Speaking of poopy buttholes.
Or you got poop?
No, spicy.
Oh, yeah, you're telling me for... We've not had to stop this show too many times for you to take a poop break.
No, never, man.
Thank you.
I usually shit before I shower, and I usually shower before I come over, so.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, man, no problem.
The body was in surprisingly good condition. With Lovett's body now recovered, Cunningham was arrested and charged with his murder. The case was presented to a tribunal with military prosecutors alleging that the major had murdered his subordinate, faked the abduction story, and mutilated the body in an effort to make the lies more convincing. Unsurprisingly, it took little time for the court to reject this argument. Cunningham was released without charge and allowed to leave the Air Force a short time later. To this day, Jonathan P. Lovett's death remains completely unexplained.
Aliens.
Alien sex.
Tell me what's next. Alien sex. I'm
He
going to
fought
disrobe
back,
you,
man.
then I'm going to probe you.
They just wanted to take him out for a little. I just hope something like that. I pray. Every night I say to myself, please let an alien open this window and fucking take me tonight.
I wouldn't mind it at all.
Take my big frumpy ass up into the spacecraft.
Use the supersonic tractor beams to get your ass up there. Could use the tentacles and the tractor
With
beam.
the price of gas prices, they're like, put him down. Put him down.
Yeah, man.
We can't afford to pick him up.
Yeah. That would be. I would die happy if I got abducted by aliens. Even if they fucking probed me, I wouldn't even care.
I just want to see a really good spacecraft sighting.
Yeah, me too.
Even that.
Me too.
You know, I've seen that kind of pencil-shaped. My dick is about the size of a small pencil,
Mm-hmm.
and I see it sometimes.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all it is.
Okay.
I saw a cigar-shaped, pencil-shaped craft when I was riding my motorcycle once to the prison.
Yeah.
And I've talked about that before.
Mm-hmm.
I looked up and I said, clear as day. Oh my God, it's like a clear as day. The nose on my face. There's a pencil-shaped craft up above me in the sky.
Yeah.
I looked down at my speedometer to make sure I'm not swerving all over the lane. I looked back up, and whatever it was completely gone. There was not a cloud in the sky that day.
Just a dick-shaped thing in the sky. A cocket ship.
It was a cocket ship. That's the sound the spacecraft would make when they start trying to cut out my butthole.
That'd be a fun sound, if you could pick a sound for your dick to make.
Yeah.
When it was getting bigger, that'd be
Right.
fun.
It's winding up for a second. Our bodies are so boring, man.
I know, man.
Why can't they make cooler noises?
You need more sound.
Anytime I'm trying to get my wife to give me a head and I start making like airplane noises.
Here it comes.
It's never worked. Never worked. She's always really just upset about
Non-reciprocal.
it. Yeah. Or I try and start planning love
Yeah.
during the day. I'll say, hey, babe, I'm going to get you tonight. She says, not if you're making the airplane noises. And I said, I may not make the airplane noises, but sometimes Jeffy makes airplane noises.
Jeffy likes the airplane noises.
Jeffy loves airplanes. Jeffy likes washing his hands in the toilet. Speaking of toilet, we've been trying so hard, and you've seen it, and that's Pepper right now, our dog.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Getting used to people.
That's the worst she gets right there with you now. We've got her broken. We've got a scary neighbor. Not scary. He's the nicest guy ever. Big head of hair on him. He's a big dude.
Good for him.
But she goes running over there. Like she's going to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
But yesterday, he was petting her and loving on her. She was licking his face. We took her to the Ball Diamonds yesterday. Around all those kids and people. Everyone was stopping to pet her. Like, oh, she's so pretty and nice and cute. I'm like, yeah, she's a bitch. She might fucking bite you. I hope it doesn't happen.
It's just territorial.
She is. And we've been trying so hard to socialize her and make her better. And that's the only way you can break that is to socialize them.
Yeah.
Taking around other dogs and stuff. And yesterday, man, she had a great day. Like I said, we had all that fun at the ballpark.
Mm-hmm.
Mike next door was loving on her. And then late that night, Paisley went pee. And the thing about 5-year-olds, when they pee, they will use 3/4 of a roll of toilet paper
It's so bad.
to wipe their vaginas. It's
I don't know about the
infuriating.
vaginas, but I'm talking about the poop. The
Yeah, the
butts.
poop too. It is infuriating.
Yeah, it's rough.
But then they get so caught up in their tablets, their Nintendo Switch, whatever. They take off, run on the toilet. They don't flush it or whatever.
Yep.
I walk in the bathroom, and Pepper's got a mouthful of pissy toilet paper that was thrown.
That's so gross.
Chewing it up, all the pissy. And I'm like, God, fucking damn it, dog.
Ugh.
You had the best day ever.
You fucking ruined it.
And you gotta go flush it down the drain.
Now you're gonna be shitting my daughter's piss.
She's just paper macheing it, just looking at me.
So fucking rancid.
Big old squishy balls of piss. They do that thing where like they know they got something that you don't want them to have,
Yeah.
and you walk over to take it from them. They do like a crocodile death roll.
Yeah, they just go fucking kung fu grip on their jaws.
And I think that's where you can when two dogs are fighting.
Mm-hmm.
The best way to get them to stop fighting, because you see people on TikTok trying to break up dog fights.
Yeah.
They don't know what the fuck they're doing, man.
Right.
If dogs are fighting, you got to grab their back legs and pick them up, and they usually stop fighting. But a dog with a mouthful of pissy toilet paper, you got to shove your finger inside their butt.
There's no saving it.
Yeah.
So gross.
Pissy toilet. So saturated with urine, it was farting when she bit down on it.
Fuck. That's so gross.
Yeah, it's been a wild few days, man.
Yeah, man. That sucks.
But here we are.
I'm sad for you for that one.
Yep. She's gonna be okay.
She'll make it out.
She's gonna have to fucking get some shots, but she's gonna be okay. Okay, that
man.
was the White Sands Proving Ground. What do you think of that? That was pretty
That was
cool,
fun.
man.
Yeah.
What do you think happened to that guy's butthole? Why would they want a butthole for?
I don't know. Maybe it's like pheromones. They'll give it to like someone they fancy, another alien that they want to like court and to mate with.
good.
The pheromones of
You
the
think it
butthole.
turns them on as the smell of our poop?
It could. I mean, maybe they've long since like evolved past the point of needing their assholes to stink, and like that smell like arouses their like deep
Aliens don't
poop. Like their deep like human DNA that they have seated within them.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't fucking know, man.
What if they just like
Maybe it's something they've evolved to not have anymore, and they just like it because it's like deep seated, rooted in their like genetics.
they got bigger fingers than us? They harvest our buttholes and use as like Chinese finger traps.
I figure the fingers would be longer for sure, but not fatter. We got some fat fingers.
Who knows? There's probably so many different races of aliens.
I'm sure there is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's probably some races of aliens with fingers as big as tennis rackets. I mean,
Could be.
I think Star Wars is real. Somewhere out there, far, far away.
Yeah.
I feel like Star Wars is probably
Get
real.
aliens with like Brickzilla dick fingers.
Brickzilla dick fingers.
Man.
He was on. You guys should join Brickzilla on Twitter. He had a picture the other day. He was just. This guy just takes showers and takes pictures of himself.
Dude, God bless him, man.
And I just want to ask him, like, did you play any type of sports when you were younger? Or
Man, we could ask him so many
were
fucking
you
questions.
just a cock monster? I need to follow up with him because he seemed
Yeah.
he was about it, and I need to follow up with him.
Yeah, I'm very envious of that man.
I feel like if we sucked his dick, not like
Bro.
that's all you, Nick.
Yeah. I don't think I can handle that.
I feel like if we really sucked in his dick and his DMs, like, what if we got naked and we did the pullback game so we didn't actually have to see each other's wieners?
Okay.
But we just, like, you get naked in that direction,
Okay.
and then I'll get naked in this direction,
Okay.
and we'll shove our penises between our thighs,
Oh, okay, yeah, the mangina.
and then we'll do a picture together, and we
Okay.
send that to him and say, hey, Mr. Brick,
Who do you think has the tighter mangina?
which one of these would you rather have? Which one of these do you think could handle you? He's obviously going to go with me because I'm a lot bigger. But I'm
BBW.
not actually going to do anything with him because that would hurt really bad.
Oh, fuck not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good, man.
I would be the first man in history to have a hysterectomy.
Yeah, that's a tonsillectomy, bro.
Tonsillectomy.
Through your fucking ass. That bitch hits your tonsils.
He's like, I'm sorry, you about to be the first one to have a deep throat. You're going to
Oh,
deep
shit.
throat Brickzilla.
Through the butt.
You're going to deep throat with your butt.
Comes out your fucking mouth.
One time these aliens gave me a butt.
Dude, that man,
These aliens showed up and they were like, Brickzilla, we got something for you. And I was like, what you got, boy? And they were like, we got a butthole.
I don't know who he had to sell his soul for that dick. Or sell his soul to.
They cut out a fresh butthole for me, Nick. You don't know about playing with a fresh butthole, do you? Mr. Brick, if you're listening,
I highly doubt you are,
yeah,
but
he's not. He's like,
we need to follow up
he's
with
like,
him.
what the fuck is a podcast? He'd love us, dude.
Oh, hell yeah,
He'd
man.
be his favorite cracker
Yeah,
friends.
we'd have a lot of fun with him, and not in a sexual way, but
Yeah, and his interviews I've seen, everyone's like, oh my God. They ask him about business and stocks and sports cars.
nah, dude, we just don't talk about his dick.
He's like, oh man, when did you find out? Did your mom used to tell you how big your wiener was before you knew how big your wiener was?
He came out dick first.
He'd
That
be
was
like,
mom.
He'd be like, man, what the fuck is they talking about?
Dude, he'd either love us or fucking hate us.
He's like, those were the gayest boys. Those were the two weirdest motherfuckers.
Man, that's why I don't fuck with white folk, man. These motherfuckers are gay.
all these dudes gay want to talk about my big old dick.
Oh,
Well, for
shit.
God's sake, man.
Fuck, you got a hog like that, man. It deserves to be talked about and like praised.
When you like you pull into a McDonald's and it's like 7 foot clearance, you gotta worry about your dick. It's a good sized dick, man.
Yeah, man, good for him.
He's got one of those don't eat at McDonald's bodies too.
Fucking tiny ass man.
He's living off Cialis and cocaine.
Horse dick pills.
Yeah. I don't know. If you live off horse dick pills, send us an email, broiopodcast@gmail.com.
God bless you too.
If you'd like to share your horse dick pills, send me a personal email.
Yeah, and don't forget that we are having a live show on April 23rd in Louisville, where you can sit on the horse dick that was sent to us, free of charge. We might charge $1 or $2 to give it a ride, but
I can't.
everybody gets to watch.
For the people, by the people.
Yeah. We will hug every single person that comes in, and we might
Listen, if you
kiss
guys
your
are,
mouth.
if you guys are quiet enough, you can hear me slap it.
That
was a little louder than I thought, but
Yeah, that's a good solid smack.
this dick is for the people.
Yeah.
It's the people's dick.
Yeah, it's like the penny horse you get to ride at like a grocery store, but it's a penny dick.
Yeah, it's called Whisper. Girth Brooks.
Girth Brooks.
Was it on the?
It wasn't. Yeah, you couldn't see it. Don't get our channel taken down.
If you just give a little bit of it, right? Okay.
So much of it. Okay.
Is it? You can't tell that's a dick.
Now you can. Okay, back it off a little
Hold on
bit.
a second.
There we go. Okay.
Look at this. I'll put it in a dick headlock.
I mean, look at the size of your arms compared to that dick. Holy shit.
All right, we gotta get
All
the
right.
fuck out of here.
We love
man.
you guys. Thank you guys for watching, listening, whatever you're doing. Thank you.
All
All right, YouTube.
Did
We
YouTube
love you
see
guys.
YouTube see the dick?
You can you can kind of see it, but not really.
Can you guys tell us if you like the dick?
Please tell us if you like dick.
Please tell us.
If you like dick, let us know in the comments right now. Everyone who likes dick.
Tell us if you could see the dick. Please, right now. God, I'm dying, dude.
Yeah.
Please tell us right now.
Jesus Christ. Please, we need affirmation. We gotta know.
Please fucking tell us. Fuck.
Oh, fucking shit. Did you see the dick?
Oh. Oh, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
just like you were wrestling a bald child.
It's about the size of a 3-year-old, so I mean, it makes sense.
Jesus. It was great, though. Thank you,
Good.
Bradley. You are.
Thank you. Thank you for
Really?
coming through.
You're the only real one, Brad.
Yeah.
All right.
All the girls left this thread because they're
Nasty.
viciously smacking their kitty cats right
Nasty fucking gypsy women. I don't care.
now.
All right. See you later.
Love you guys.